The real opening day for MLB season is here, baby, for the first time in a long time. Let's talk some baseball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we are here, baby. It's MLB opening day, official opening day. That's right. I got the fresh new haircut. I am ready to roll. I'm excited about this season. You can smell the grass already, the sound of that wooden bat. Oh, baby, life is good. And I almost forgot, I do want to welcome in Shohei Ohtani and his ex-translator, Ipe. Thank you guys for watching. Do appreciate it. But no, really, all jokes aside, after listening to Ohtani's statement, I kind of believe that he didn't know. I mean, you could really hear it in the voice of his new interpreter, honestly. No, okay. Now I'm done. That's all the jokes I got for you. But if you are new to this channel and you have not seen our baseball videos, there is a ton of research help. These are very informational videos that we try to help you with. Hopefully you can start your betting day every single time with these videos because we're going to be talking hitters, pitchers, all the matchups and things like that. I will still have my best bets and all that, but whether we're up 30 units, whether we win 5 units, you should be able to get an absolute ton out of these videos. So we'll break it down on what we're going to be doing and all that, but I had a lot of people last year that just won money based on just tailing all the research help that we gave out. But I do have a question for you guys, though. I did dad jokes every single day for NBA. I'm going to give you a dad joke here. But for MLB last year, we did some other things like fun facts and weird laws and all that. You guys let me know in the comments. What do you guys want to do? You guys want to continue the dad jokes all baseball season? You guys have any other ideas? You let me know. But I am going to start with the dad joke before we go over this long video we got today. So here we go. My dad joke for today. What do you get when you drop a piano down a mine shaft? A flat miner. That is a good joke. I think I don't really know what a miner is. I'm not a music guy, but either way, that's a good joke. In this video now, guys, we're going to recap. That's right, we got something to recap. The first 2 bets in the Korea series. How about starting 2-0? We will take it 2 half-unit bets, and then we have the good hitter matchups. I'm going to break down all the good hitter versus pitcher matchups every single day. And then we're going to switch it over to the other side. Good pitcher strikeout matchups. We're going to just based on stats on 2023 right now. As we get moving forward, we'll do last 15 days, last 30 days, things like that. But we're just going to give you stats for last season. And then the pitcher report. I'm going to give you details of every single starting pitcher that you need for every single day. And again, they don't have any stats yet, so I'm just going to give you 2023 stats, and we can just kind of go from there. And then, of course, we'll give you the best bets and wrap it all up with the bets recap. I am so ready to get started on some baseball season. Hit that like button, leave a comment below. If you are new to the channel and you want to have a heck of a good time during baseball season, hit that subscribe button as we chase our first 22,000 subscribers. All right, enough babbling. For the first time, let's talk some baseball. All right, we got 2 bets to just recap real quick. That's right, it was about a week ago, just a strange start to the season, but we went 2-0. Game 1 in Korea, under 9 Dodgers-Padres. That was a 5-2 game. Shouldn't have even had that many runs, honestly. The Padres bullpen blew it, and there was an error and things like that. But either way, a nice, easy winner. And then game 2, Tatis and Freeman 1+ hit each. Tatis got 2 hits, and Freeman kind of stressed us out a little bit, but he did get the 1 hit. I'm going to be honest, he didn't stress me out much because the game started at 3 a.m. I was sleeping the whole time. There's no way I was waking up for that. But we only put a half unit on it, and you're going to see me throughout this year, or throughout this first few weeks, that I might have some bets where I'm only putting a half unit. We're still trying to gather the data and everything like that. So just want to let you know that we'll have some 1 unit plays, we'll have some half unit plays and things like that. So, but we'll break down all the bets as you see down there on the bottom. We might even change it up a little bit in how we do it. But right now, the hitter parlays are 1-0 and the game bets are 1-0. So we are 2-0, only up 1 unit because we bet a half on each one. So that's the bets recap for the Korea series. But now let's talk some good hitter matchups. All right, for opening day, we have 12 good hitter matchups. This is what I'm going to list every single day so you guys have it. I'm not going to go over every single one, but if you are looking at these, XBH is extra base hits. That's a double, triple, or home run. And then I'm also going to give you the home run count as well because you might want to know. You might want to do a bases prop, might want to do home run, all that kind of stuff. But Ketel Marte up there, 3 bombs versus Kyle Freeland, 15 for 43, quite a bit of history there. Charlie Blackmon for the Rockies against Zach Gallen on the other side, and so on and so on. Other than that, we don't have anybody that's just absolutely crushing it here. Only 2 guys even have more than 22 at bats, but Yastrzemski does have 3 home runs versus Yu Darvish. This will actually be Yu Darvish's second game since he did play and pitch in Korea. So But take a screenshot. We're going to do a lot of hitter parlays. I love to do them. I know a lot of you guys like to do them as well. So hopefully this can help you, at least give you a good start. Doesn't mean, these are automatic bets, but for the most part, it's nice to see when a hitter does see a pitcher well. So that's the good hitter matchups for opening day. And now let's go talk some good pitcher strikeout matchups. Okay, let's talk some arms now. And these are the 5 best pitcher strikeout matchups for opening day. So what we like to do is I like to take high strikeout pitchers who are facing obviously high strikeout teams, and I always look at right-handed pitching, left-handed pitching. That's really important. So that's what I like to start out with. So the first one, Corbin Burns with his new team facing the Angels. Angels, as you can see, have the 5th highest K percentage versus righties in 2023. Obviously, these stats are last year, so take it for what it is right now. We don't have any data. Striking out 25.3% of the time, and Burns striking out 200 guys in 193.2 innings last year, and so on and so on. I'm not going to read every single one. Cole Reagans, now he's a lefty, so the Twins, if we were here last year, the Twins struck out a ton against righties and lefties. They struck out the 5th most times versus lefties at 25.2. And Reagans, man, he is a Cy Young candidate. Him and Skubal are 2 dark horses to possibly win Cy Young, but you see both of them right there. Tarik Skubal is the 3rd one, facing the White Sox, who strike out a lot, and then Jesus Luzardo and Zach Gallen versus the Rockies. I do want to mention Zach Gallen right there as you see the numbers. Yes, he has a great matchup, and it's probably even better than you think because the game is in Arizona. Zach Gallen's K percentage at home last year was 30.1%. On the road, 22.4. This guy was elite at home. I mean, probably the best pitcher in the game at home. You saw some really big splits with ERA and home and away and stuff too. So, and then also to go on top of that, the Rockies have struck out more on the road than anybody else in the major leagues last year. They struck out 27.3%. So we're talking one of the best home strikeout pitchers versus one of the worst road strikeout teams out there. Not a lot has changed for Colorado, so I don't think it's a big deal. But just want to point that matchup out for you. And then obviously you got the Pirates up there striking out quite a bit as well. So anyways, those are the 5 best pitcher strikeout matchups. If you'd like to bet those pitcher K props, which we're going to be doing quite a bit this season, then hopefully this can help you out. Obviously depends where they drop the lines and things like that. But that's what we got for the pitcher strikeouts. And now let's talk the pitcher report. Here are the pitching matchups for opening day. If you are new, let me go over this real quick. As you can see, we got all these different columns. We talk about innings pitched so far, ERA, and then I have expected ERA because it's just a better way of kind of predicting, hey, is what they're doing, are they due for positive regression, negative regression, and then WHIP, which is walks plus hits divided by innings pitched, obviously, and then K percentage, which also helps. Walk percentage, some of you guys like to bet walks, so we added that last year. And then how many hits they're giving up. If you're trying to look for hit props or anything else, how many hits they give up per 9 innings. Now, some of these might just be numbers to you, so that's why on the bottom, we will always give you the starting pitcher average so you know where to work with. So as you can see, the K percentage, average number for strikeouts is 21.6%. So it kind of helps you just know, who's striking out more than average, less than average, things like that, and so on for all the categories. So anyways, this is page 1. These are all the matchups. Just to go over just a couple of them, Montes for the Cincinnati Reds, his new team, he threw like an inning last year, so we didn't even include it. Obviously was injured, so we didn't include those stats. But like we talked about, Skubal and Reagans down there, 2 guys, 2 lefties that can do some damage if they can stay healthy. Like I mentioned, Cy Young, dark horse candidates. If you watched our preview video, we gave out Tarik Skubal as a Cy Young winner bet. And then Miles and Miles and Miles. If I could walk 500 miles, Mikolas, for the Cardinals, he struggled last year. Better in the second half, but overall, we really attacked him with some bets because he was just getting hit all over the park. But it was good to see some improvement towards the second half, so we'll see what he shows up as. And then you got Yu Darvish and Tyler Glasnow, 2 pitchers who have already pitched, obviously. They face each other in the Korea series. Now, I still gave out the numbers for last year for them. You can go back and look how they did in game 1 if you want, but I just thought that'd be kind of weird just including their one game. But there are their numbers right there. Obviously, Glasnow, an elite strikeout pitcher, the number 1 on this page, along with Tarik Skubal, Reagans, Pablo Lopez. I mean, we got a lot of good strikeout pitchers on opening day. So that's page 1. Hopefully you use this to help you, and there's just so many ways this can hopefully help you, whether it's walks, Ks, or just ERA, expected ERA, things like that. So anyways, let's go page 2 now. And we got Mitch Keller up there against Jesus Luzardo in a game we're all really waiting for. And the Pirates and the Miami Marlins, just absolutely thrilling. The Yankees, Garrett Cole on the shelf, have to start nasty. Nestor Cortez, against Framber Valdez, a yearly Cy Young candidate for the Houston Astros. Verlander's out as well for the Astros. But other than that, you got Alex Wood pitching for the Oakland A's. Didn't pitch a lot of innings, as you can see, 47.1. He's now on a new team with the A's. And then Zach Gallen-Amelk, like we talked about, just an absolute beast at home last year. Can he continue it? We will find out. But 26% K rate. Highest K rate on this page is Jesus Luzardo. And then down there at the bottom, my Seattle Mariners. They start the quest to make the World Series and become the final team to make the World Series. That's right. They are the only one that has never made it. It is heartbreaking to me. I don't know if they're going to do it in my lifetime. But either way, we got one hell of a pitching staff, probably the number one pitching staff in the majors. We'll just see if we can hit enough. But Luis Castillo versus Brian Bello, a nice little matchup down there between the Red Sox and the Mariners. And then, of course, all the averages down there at the bottom, as we will have every single day. So that is the pitcher report. That's all the research help we got for you today. Some days we're going to have aces of bases and talk about the leaders in total bases for you guys that like to bet that. And we're going to have hitters on fire in the last 7 days. Just tell you about some really hot bats if you want to kind of jump on the train. Because if you know baseball, you know you can go on these hot streaks and you want to ride those. And then some people go on slumps, things like that. So we're just going to have a ton of info for you. We're going to have a lot of fun during baseball season. So that's what we got for the research help. And now let's talk some best bets. All right, this segment of the show is brought to you by our sponsor, Better Bet. That's BTR Bet, the best place to find, track, analyze, and share your bets. The links are below. Go check it out. JaboMM. Use that as a promo code or click that link below for 1 month free. All right, here we go. The first bet for opening day, Major League Baseball 2024 takes us out to the desert where the Diamondbacks host the Colorado Rockies. D-backs moneyline minus 245, Rockies moneyline plus 200. Total in this game is 8.5 runs. Can the Diamondbacks get back to the World Series? We will find out. They just added Jordan Montgomery, the lefty, another Scott Boras client who did not get a great deal. I think it was a 1-year deal. It was pathetic. But anyways, their rotation looks a little better when Rodriguez comes back with Gallen, Kelly, all that kind of stuff. But the only question I have for the Rockies, how bad will they suck? Because they are one bad baseball team. So here we go. My best bet in this game, I'm definitely not taking the Rockies. Give me Zach Gallen to record a win. So it's under pitcher props, plus 115. I found this on DraftKings. So in order to record a win, if you are new to baseball, the starting pitcher has to go at least 5 innings. And when he leaves the game, after 5 innings or 6 innings, or however long it is, they have to have the lead. And that lead can never be given up by the bullpen. So they can never give it up and all of a sudden it's tied again. Then they are no longer on the hook for the win. So just wanted to point that out. So his outs recorded prop right now on the books is 17.5 innings, which means they expect him to go around 6 innings. I do too. I like over 17.5 innings. It's actually a bet I even looked at as well. On opening day, the thing you worry about is pitches. How do they have a short leash? What are they doing? Gallen threw 89 pitches on opening day last season, so that is a good sign at least. And it looked like he ramped up pretty well in the spring training. I'm already losing my voice, but this is kind of a different way to bet the D-backs money line because I'm not going to lay, minus 245 to bet him. So Gallen last year, this is why I bet him. When Gallen of milk is at home, you got to bet him. You just have to. Last year, 2.47 ERA at home compared to a 4.42 ERA on the road. His road ERA and road struggles are the reason he probably didn't win the Cy Young, to be honest with you. He was right there. He had a 30.1% K rate at home compared to 22.4% on the road, like we talked about earlier. In 16 starts at home last year, he recorded 12 wins. That is very impressive. That is a 75% clip. And now I'm getting him at plus money to record another win against a bottom 3 team in the majors. Gotta love that. The Rockies lineup, my goodness. I mean, on the road last year versus righties, how about the highest strikeout percentage in the league? The 4th lowest on-base percentage, the 3rd lowest OPS, the 2nd lowest WRC plus, which is kind of an overall way of seeing how you do as an offense. That's weighted runs created. They had 78, league average 100. It was pathetic for the Rockies when they left Coors Field against righties, or against anybody really. But in Gallen's only start versus the Rockies last season, he pitched 6 innings at home, giving up 0 runs, and of course recorded the win on that one. So now, in order for him to record the win, we're going to need a little run support. So on the other side, Kyle Freeland, the lefty, may be the worst opening day starter in the majors on the slate today. He faced the D-backs 3 times last season. He gave up a total of 10 earned runs in 17.2 innings, which is a 5.09 ERA. I mean, I think the D-backs are going to be hit after 5. It's another way to go too. And after that, then the Rockies hand it to one of the worst bullpens in the entire major league. So the Diamondbacks just have advantages everywhere. And like I like to mention, other ways to bet it, Gallen over 17.5 outs is an option if you think he's going to go 6 innings. Or you can go D-backs minus a half a run in the first 5 innings, meaning after the five innings are over, they have to be up. I like that one too. Maybe Gallen over 5.5 Ks as a parlay piece or something like that. But anyways, just want to give you all the options. But on this one, give me Zach Gallen to record a win for plus money for the 13th time in his last 17 home games. All right, this second game takes us out to Kansas City. We got the Royals hosting the Twins in an AL Central showdown. We got the Twins on the money line minus 122, Royals plus 102. Total of this game is 7.5 runs. Here we got the Twins. Can they build off their success, winning a playoff series, winning the division last year? And Royals, they're kind of an up-and-coming team. I think they're a couple years away still, but they're going to show some improvement. And one of the reasons is because of the starting pitcher on the mound today. I wasn't intending to just bet on pitchers today, but guess what? That's what happened. So give me Cole Ragans of the Royals over 6.5 Ks, and we get this at plus 120 on DraftKings. If you don't know Cole Ragans, he is a stud. I couldn't wait to bet him this year. I was hoping he stayed healthy. I loved watching him at the end of the last year. Second half of last year, he was as good as any starting pitcher over that course of the season. If you compare his numbers to Strider and other guys, he was right up there. So as you saw earlier, it's a great matchup. He's on the pitcher K matchup, so I am using the research help a little bit. Twins being the 5th most K'd team versus lefties last season. They struck out against righties and lefties. But Reagan striking out 113 in only 96 innings for a 28.8% K rate. He is just absolutely filthy. The Twins have never seen Ragans, which in my opinion is advantage Ragans because he's going to be able to throw his pitches and they're not going to know what they're seeing. You want to see a guy more and more, see his arm angle, see if you can see the ball out of his hand well, things like that. Whenever you get a first time, I always like to give the advantage to the pitcher. So let's talk about Cole Ragans real quick in his arsenal. My goodness. Four-seamer, averaged 96.5 miles an hour. He is in the 88th percentile on swinging strikes on this pitch, four-seamer, and he used that 40% of the time. And then you go to his filthy changeup. How about being in the 89th percentile on swinging strikes? He has an 152 average against. Hitters are hitting 152 against his changeup. He used that pitch 24% of the time. And then he just also had a slider, by the way, 87 miles an hour. 96th percentile for swinging strikes on that pitch. Hitters were hitting 180 against him last season. So the only pitch that was kind of average and just whatever was his cutter. They hit 270 off of it. But he's got 3 pitches that were just working extremely well. He uses the heater, obviously. He's got some control. So Reagan's also went over 6.5 Ks in 7 of his last 10 starts to end the year last year. So that's a very good clip just to kind of show you. And even one of those games, I remember watching it too. He had 7 Ks versus the Astros, the hardest team in Major League Baseball to strike out as a left-handed pitcher, and he still had 7 in one of those 2 games. I love the plus money. We're getting plus money on a guy who is just ready for a normal workload, ready to throw a lot of pitches. He's facing hitters that have not seen him before. He's shown that he can strike out any opponent it is, doesn't matter. But for this one, he has a top 5 matchup. So give me Cole Ragans over 6.5 Ks as my second best bet. And before we get into third bet, let's talk a little promotion. All right, as you guys know, March Madness kicks back up for the Sweet 16 on Thursday. Look at Jalen Rose right here. We got a promo with BetMGM you got to take advantage of. It is a first bet offer up to $1,500 paid back in bonus bets if you don't win that bet. I mean, that's an incredible deal. You just got to click the link below in the description. You will see BetMGM link. Click that, sign up, and join. And go deposit that money and set up this promotion up to $1,500 paid back in bonus bets if you don't win that bet. So it's a great deal. Take advantage while it lasts because it will not be lasting forever. So that's what we got. But you must be 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Now, back to the bets. All right, this third bet is a hitter parlay. Already 1-0 on the season. Let's see if we can make it 2-0. Give me Freddie Freeman and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 1+ hit each. I got this at minus 115 on FanDuel. Let's start with Freddie Freeman. And by the way, these hitter parlays, first day of the season, some of it is a gut pick. I mean, you're using matchups and things like that, but a little bit of a gut pick right now. But Freddie Freeman, 1+ hit. We already cashed him in Korea when we bet that series. He's an absolute stud. If you don't know who he is, one of the best hitters in the league, Hall of Famer, all that kind of stuff. He gets a matchup versus miles and miles and miles of Mikolas. That's right. As you saw earlier, Freddie Freeman 5 for 13 with 2 home runs off of Miles. And Mikolas gave up 10.1 hits per 9 innings last season. That is the second most hits per 9 innings on the slate today. So he obviously knows how to give up some hits. But Freeman hit a crazy good 330 with 17 home runs last season versus right-handed pitching. And oh, by the way, also hit 312 at home last year. This is a guy who can hit anywhere and versus anyone, so I'm not really worried about that. Freeman has been known to draw some walks, which obviously that's like your least favorite friend when you have a hit parlay and your guy draws a walk. But one of the few things that Mikolas did well last season was not walking hitter. As you saw in the pitcher report, only a 4.5% walk rate, so that's good to see. Give me Freddie Freeman to go get another hit. Now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., this is kind of the gut pick for me. If you watched our season preview video, you know I think he's going to have a bounce back year. I think he's going to go over in home runs. I put a future bet on that one. And also, he's slimmed down. Doesn't always mean you're hitting the ball well, but he's going to be moving up to the 2-hole, which is it could be huge. He could get an extra at bat in the game, late in the game. You never know, but he was hitting 3rd or 4th last year. And he's been swinging it really well lately in this spring. He is 13 for his last 25 with a couple home runs in the spring. I mean, just absolutely raking right now. He's only had 7 at-bats versus Zach Eflin, 1 for 7. Doesn't really scare me off. 0 Ks. It's not like he's striking out every at-bat or anything. But, again, some of these are gut picks. I think Vlad comes out of the gate hot, kind of like he is in spring training. Not that I use those stats a ton, but I'm just taking 2 stud hitters, and Freddie Freeman and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to get 1+ hit each at -115. And let's move to 2-0 on the hitter parlays. And now, it's opening day, so let's have some fun and talk a little home runs. All right, it's dinger time, baby. That's right. I don't bet a ton of home run props, but you know what? It's opening day. Let's give it a shot. I'm going to put a quarter unit on each of these. This is not a parlay. These are single bets, so let's give it a try. Here we go. First one, Kyle Tucker home run for the Houston Astros, the lefty, +425 on DraftKings. Again, only putting a quarter unit on it, having some fun. He hits lefties as good as righties. So I know you're thinking, why would you take lefty on lefty? It doesn't matter with Kyle Tucker. He's facing nasty Nestor Cortez, which does not scare me. He's not that nasty right now. Kyle Tucker hit 12 home runs off of lefties last season. And Cortez is a guy who can give up some home runs. He does not throw does not throw hard at all if you know nasty Nestor. And it's a great environment in Houston, which you can't say in all these games right now on opening day. And by the way, be sure to check weather reports because that Baltimore game may not even make it. But anyways, I love +425 odds for a guy who's hit 89 home runs the last 3 seasons. He hits lefties well. Just let's get a chance. Let's have an opening day home run with Kyle Tucker. This second one, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm putting him in here because I bet him for Rookie of the Year, and I just it's just an excuse to talk about him. So don't tail this if you don't want to. It's completely good. It's Wyatt Langford to hit a home run at +650 on DraftKings. If you did not watch the season preview video, you probably have no idea who this guy is. He is a top rookie, and he's making history right now with how quick he rose to the major leagues. Only 2 position players made it to the majors with less experience than Langford since the draft began in 1965. Pete Incaviglia and John Olerud. That's it. The only 2. Does that have anything to do with this home run bet? Absolutely not. This is just me talking about my Rookie of the Year bet. But Wyatt Langford ranked in the top 5 in Cactus League and Grapefruit League play in home runs, total bases, and RBIs. That's unbelievable at his age. He had 26 home runs as a sophomore at the University of Florida, 360 with 10 home runs in 44 minor league games last summer. Absolutely raking anywhere he goes. He was not afraid of the spring training this year. He showed out, and that's why he got a spot in the lineup, which is not easy to do when you're on a team that just won the freaking World Series and your lineup is loaded. So how hard will it be for him to hit a home run against lefty Justin Steele, a top 5 Cy Young candidate last year, as a rookie in his first game in the majors? Absolutely tough. But that's why we're getting +650. I'm putting a little sprinkle on it, quarter unit. Let's see if he could just make some magic. Let's make some more history and hit a home run in your first game as a major leaguer. Again, these home run bets just kind of for fun on opening day. We'll see if we get into them more this year. I do them sometimes, but it's not something I do every day, that's for sure. So anyways, those are the best bets and the home run props for opening day. I will more than likely have another added play in the morning. I do game bets. It's not just player props, just so you guys know. But tonight, player props just look too good right now. So be sure to check the weather reports. But the added plays will be in the pinned comments on Discord and on X. So let's go check out the bets recap. All right, there it is. The beautiful card on opening day in the major leagues. Zach Gallen of Milk to record a win +115. Cole Reagans over 6.5 Ks for the Royals at plus 120. And then give me Freddie and Vladimir, 1+ hit each at minus 115. And then 2 home run bets to have some fun. Let's go Kyle Tucker and Wyatt Langford. Again, 2 single bets, not a parlay, just sprinkling on both of them. So those are the best bets for opening day. I am excited to watch some baseball. Hopefully we don't get a ton of rainouts or anything like that. There's already been 2 games postponed. I may not have mentioned that, but you already probably can see that based on lines that are out and stuff. So anyways, let's have a great MLB season. This is only day 1, and it is one long year, that's for sure. So thank you for watching. I appreciate all the support. Let's have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon.